What's going on, fellas? Urban RedPill. You know the phrase, men first. I made it, men first, goddammit. Today, fellas, this is, I just could not wait to get home to record this video to ask the magical question what I'm going to touch on this video. Now, you all are aware of the beer flu that's going on out here in the United States. We're all aware of that. You're also aware, those who have been in this red pill community for a while, um, the after that's the soon to be after effect of the beer flu is pretty much looking like it's going to be an economical collapse, right? And those in the red pill community, we have spoken about this. We knew this day would come. I believe the beer flu pretty much just accelerated the process, but whether it came or not, this was inevitable. This was going to happen anyways. The last one was around what, '07, '08. Fast forward now, we're way overdue for this. And most of the guys in this red pill community knew that this was coming. Stocks in the floor. Uh, my portfolio's into shit. I don't even want to think about that right now. But with that being said, with that being said, um, we also know that industries are going to suffer, and not all will suffer. But we also knew that the industries that will suffer first happen to have a large female employment. Remember, these industries that are, and we know that this is coming. Let's not act crazy like we don't, but we know that this is coming. The ones who are going to be hurt the most when you start having this industry fly off, is a lot of these are going to be those jobs, and it's going to be those industries that are predominantly women. And also remember, let's keep in mind, as of recently, women for once has made up the majority of the workforce in the United States. Okay? Now, the point that I want to try to make before I get into the question, right, is, I know I've been practicing minimalism for years. I know a lot of guys in the red pill community have been practicing minimalism for years. And things like this, that we're going to see in the foreseeable future, like a guy like me, I'm fine with it. I understand the difference between a necessity and a want. So I understand how to adjust my life accordingly. And a matter of fact, it's not really much adjustment I'm going to have to do anyways, because the minimalist life is something that I have adopted as a way of living. This is not something that I'm just going to have to wake up and change tomorrow. I've been living a minimalist life for years now. So, whatever adjustments I or those like that will have to make will be very minimal. Now, my question is this: to all you guys that are in this community who have been taking in information, my question that I want to ask you is, will you let her in? Will you let her in? Let's not act like we are naive here. Let's not act like we don't understand female nature. Let's not act like the moment that the entitlements, the moment that all of this hear me roar. You notice you haven't heard any feminists lately. You notice when all of this I'm an independent and all those little phrases start to look like crap. What do these women do? They default into their natural nature as trying to look for male provision, because at the end of the day, they're children. We know this. We know this play. This is nothing that we even need to discuss. My question to you is, will you let her in? My question to you is, will you forget when she told you you were not tall enough? Would you forget where she told you you didn't have enough hair? Will you forget that she told you your job was not good enough? Will you forget when she told you your fashion is not good enough? Will you forget when she told you you're not at least 6'4" or taller? Would you forget when she says your hobbies suck? Or you don't have conversation. Your game is this. All these little entitlement things that she told you as a reason to reject you, as a reason to dismiss you, as a prospect as a mate. Will you forget that? Will you forget it? When she comes to knocking on your door, will you let her in? Now, those who've been on my channel, they know my AKA is Iceman. A bitch knocks on my door, I don't give a fuck if it's negative 10 degrees in the freezing cold. The bitch will freeze. This is a lifestyle for me. Now, my thing is, I'm wondering how many of these men, because this is coming, how many of these men are going to forget all of this information? As a matter of fact, let's forget about the information. How many of these men are going to forget? Because it is quite obvious. Those who have been dating since '08 and '09, and you fast forward into now, you know for sure that you've seen a change in the dating market. You've seen a change in the entitlement. You've seen nickels who think they're dead dimes. All right? That's not what you saw in '08 or '09. Will you forget this over a decade of confusion, of mistreatment, as looking that you're lesser than, as looking like you're just a human doer? Are you going to forget this when she comes to knocking on your door? Or are you going to leave out in the cold like your boy Urban RedPill, aka Iceman? Because I'm going to just keep an eye out, because one thing that I know, the majority, not all, but the majority, and we've already put a 20-80 rule, but let's just, if we want to follow that line, the majority of men have been done like shit to women in the United States, whether through your workplace, your personal life, family members, including some of you guys' mothers. Will you let them in? Will you let them in? Will you forget about being kicked on? Will you forget about being worth less than the dirt at the bottom of her heel? Will you forget this? Will you forget the Rodneys, the Tyrones, and all of those guys that she decided to deal with in place in over you, but all of a sudden now you're needed? Because trust me, Tyrone, Lil Lamar, and all those motherfuckers, they're going to be nowhere to be found when this thing goes down. Will you let her in? That's the question I would like to know. Before I leave, I just want to pay homage to the Red Pill community. And the reason why that I'm really pressed to do this is because I'm getting a feeling about the days ahead. And I am just so thankful that I am mentally, physically, emotionally prepared for whatever comes my way. I understand that a lot of times you have to be able to thrive in chaos, and I'm fine with that. Why? It's because I've been living this lifestyle for years. When I swallowed the red pill, I didn't turn purple. I turned red. And as of late, I've been turning black. So I would just, if I would just like to pay homage to the community for just changing my perspective of the world, changing my perspective or giving me the foresight to see that what's coming down the pipe. I mean, most of us have already known this. You guys stay strong. Remember, this was long overdue. Let's not blame the beer flu for this, because even if the beer flu never showed up, this was inevitable. It was going to happen. As a matter of fact, we were putting duct tape on a lot of things anyways. So, it's going to be some serious times coming down. And I strongly believe those guys that have swallowed that red pill in a timely manner are well prepared for what's about to come. And as a matter of fact, I think MGTOW brothers, Red Pill brothers, when all of this is over and said and done, we're going to come out on top on the other side of all of this fucking chaos. You want to know why? Is because we've been studying, we have been taking in content, and we have been expanding our minds. And a lot of us foresaw this long time ago. So remember, guys, men first. You take care of yourself first. And I got more videos to come, but I just wanted to make this quick video and have you ask yourself, will you let her in? Because I'm telling you, those bitches are going to come knocking on your door pretty goddamn soon. You guys take care. More videos to come.